take a breath, because we had an epic finish to our first match here at the Pasifika Youth Cup. But up next we have a game that we have all circled on the calendar. New Zealand Māori v Samoa. Two heavyweights of this competition. New Zealand Māori winners on day one. Samoa coming away with a draw against Tonga. Both of these sides with title ambitions here. And Courtney, after watching these two teams on day one, you'd have to say both of these teams would be picked as favourites?
Oh, absolutely, Isaac. They were both outstanding. New Zealand Māori were dominant in their first match, and then Samoa, they took on one of the other powerhouses that we have here. They took on Tonga, and when they were down on the scoreboard, they stayed right in that match and were able to go level and to have a draw with Tonga 16-all. So you've got two teams who've been up against it. New Zealand Māori, they had a very dominant performance, so they'll want to really see how they go against, as you said, this great Samoan side. And it'll be a real test for both these sides. But I tell you what, if the first match that we had this morning in Tonga and Cook Islands is anything to go by, we've got a great day of rugby league here at the Pasifika Youth Cup as the teams get ready to come out. But I'm really looking forward to this one. It's going to be a real arm wrestle between these sides and an opportunity for them to test themselves up against each other.
Absolutely a fantastic test in the early stages here of the Pasifika Youth Cup. The New Zealand Māori women won their match over Samoa yesterday. And today, the New Zealand Māori men against the Samoan men. Two sides of power athletes with skill. We showcased how good they can be. This will be a great matchup as we see a guard of honour being made at the end of the tunnel on the Tongan inside that have just played, as well as the Cook Islands, the New Zealand Māori women raising their flags as we see the teams walk out.
The teams all supporting each other, respect between all these nations and cultures. See them all high-fiving each other as well. It's great to see, and that's what it's about. Say it's a festival of rugby league across these next couple of days. And a lot of these players would know each other, play together or play against each other.
You're right, Courtney. Maybe from different cultures, but they all attend the same schools, play in the same club teams, they interact and engage with each other, and rugby league is about that in a lot of ways, isn't it? About making friends, about making long-lasting relationships.
Well, that's it, and what a great way to see each other. Also, all their whānau, all their family and friends would know each other too. They're not just here supporting the players just in their family, they're supporting, you know, the players that they know, they've grown up watching, driving them to trainings.
What's lovely to see is the Tonga and Cook Island teams after the match coming together, embracing, laughing, enjoying what was a fantastic match for the two of them and how much they enjoyed it. It's that brotherhood. The challenge has been laid down. New Zealand Māori versus Samoa coming up with kickoff. So much passion, so much energy. These teams are ready.
Well, they are, and you just saw it, as you said, the challenge has been laid, the Weddle, the challenge, but for me it's also seen the New Zealand Māori wahine out there all supporting each other. As we said, that's what this festival is about, bringing everybody together.
As we look at the New Zealand Māori team list, has to look out for Toby Gibson from St Thomas of Canterbury. Strong, hard running forward. In the halves, Rico Toiava Ward of De La Salle College. And for Samoa, well, he was the game changer yesterday. EJ Tatupu scoring the try that drew them level. The captain was a big part of everything they did well in day one here at the Pasifika Youth Cup.
He was, and not just the try that he scored, but the go forward that he provided for his team. A real great effort, a real good captain's nod, just to get his team going forward, saying, come with me, this is how we're going to do it, this is how we're going to take on this Tongan side. So I have no doubt that's exactly what we're going to see here between these two sides.
Our lead official, Jack Fevers, stepping up to referee this match as Samoa kicks us off and we are underway. And New Zealand Māori's first hit up. That's a good one. A nice settling carry from the aforementioned Toby Gibson. Nice wee drop off pass there, hitting at speed into the line. Noa Hitutu Davis. They come a little wider now in their attack. To Pairoa Weneta. Over the top, kicking on fourth. And there's some space in behind Roach. Lets it go to touch. A nice start there for New Zealand Māori.
Yeah, great start there. They'll be very happy with that set. As you said, kicking on the fourth, just finding the sideline. Well left by VJ Roach. Just let it go over the side, allowing his team to set up, work it out from their own 10. It'll be a real arm wrestle, this team, if both these sides can just stick to their structures, complete their sets like we just saw.
Hitutu Davis and Gibson both coming up to make a good tackle there. Samoa having to work their way out from a difficult position here after a well-placed kick from the New Zealand Māori. But a nice carry here. Lamalele. Cutting back is the vice captain, Terore. Mason Terore. Back for Yosia Tuli, who kicks high. Good distance on the kick. New Zealand Māori attacking now in their own half.
Good chase from that Samoan side. The kick was taken nice and cleanly by Meihana Pauling, who's got speed to burn, but the work of Samoa just to chase that kick and not allow him the wind up. As we see New Zealand Māori just get into that 40-metre line.
Taipari Wikitira with a lovely carry there. There's Gibson playing the ball. Over to Igerson. And now taken quickly from dummy half, Mangaroa Mark. And a penalty, so New Zealand Māori rewarded for a strong set.
That's right, and as you said, Mangaroa Mark out of dummy half, really quick, played eyes up footy, saw the markers weren't square, was able to just gain a few extra metres for his side, but it was just tempted, that Samoan defence, in making them cause an error.
Gibson, ball over to Igerson. As they head over the right and a big dummy. Rico Toiava Ward. And that 7 jersey, a playmaker, Hitutu Davis. The Tupu, they want to go short, it's Gibson. Gibson just held up. Close quarters stuff here for Samoa. They're going to need some big defence to hold out New Zealand Māori on this attack. Pauling, knocked on by Wikitera. And Samoa, well, they'll be relieved about that.
Well, they will. They'll be very happy with their defence, especially right on their line by the sticks when New Zealand Māori, their props were creating go forward and just attacking their defenders. Only 5 minutes into this match, so they'll be full of energy, their defence, so they were able to hold them out, watch them start to wear them down as the rest of this game goes on. Meihana Pauling, great work there, just probably faked it once too many, did 2 fakes there, and I think it just put a little bit of doubt in his players' minds on the outside of him, and then the ball went to ground.
Definitely opportunity along that edge though. Te Pairi Wikitera making a break earlier down that side and looked very much in a try-scoring position before the ball was unfortunately knocked on, but New Zealand Māori a strong start, conceding a penalty however. It'll be kicked to touch and Samoa be able to attack.
And just giving
just over the
Samoa easy meters, whereas they would have wanted to not give away a penalty down there on the scrum. You could see what they're trying to do, force an error, create a turnover, but instead they've given away a penalty and allowed Samoa easy meters up the field.
Linnea with the initial carry and then from dummy half. Lamale, a try scorer in their first match. Opportunistic from dummy half is Rico Lamale. However, a knock on. EJ Tatupu, the captain, dislodged of the ball as he went to ground here.
When you can see he's just carrying the ball in that one arm. And it's real dangerous if you can get it away, but if you can't, once the defenders are coming in to tackle you, and you just lose possession of the ball. But I like the way both these teams have started. They're big men, they're just going at it, they're not shying away from any physicality or any contact, and they're just squaring up and going right at each other.
Te Pairi Wikitera again involved, attacking well. Good carry from him, then over to Hagan. Still going. Oliver Horgan with a nice carry there. The centre. Low pass, stopped at the feet of Pauling, and he's done well, bunted off a defender. After cleaning up a messy pass, Meihana Pauling.
As you said, bumped off a defender, but might have done a little bit of damage
from
to
dummy
himself.
Half. Nearly over the line. To Aotearoa Maori. In fact, it's a knock-on that'll be called for New Zealand Māori, but how close to Aotearoa Maori.
It looks like it might have been held up 5th and last here for New Zealand Māori. They get one more crack at this Samoan side.
Now to Fio Hopper. Penalty awarded, but we see here how close they went. And a quick ball held up over the line. Samoa have possession. Heading up this time is Zaka. And Tatupu, EJ Tatupu with a good carry there, getting into his work. Samoa over the 40 now. Terore with a good carry. Silfalau onto the field, taking it from dummy half. A rushed kick, pressure on the Samoans. Pauling doing well. And fullback, yeah. A nice kick return from Pauling.
And New Zealand Māori, they have to work it out of their own end, but they'll just be wanting to complete their set, get down the other end of the field. All their players putting their hand up. They want to run.
Oliver Horgan with a good carry, cutting through the retreating Samoan forward pack, and now hitting it up Igerson, trying to fend away Kayla Samuel. Tries to get to his feet, plays the ball. Nice kicking behind from Jensen. There'll be pressure now on Roach. He won't be able to escape. Good chase from the New Zealand Māori, that of Kahu Kappa.
Great chase and just a great kick in between both Samoan players there in the end goal. Roach was able to come up with it, but chased down by the New Zealand Māori team, and they forced a dropout.
Lovely kick from Noah Jensen. It's put New Zealand Māori in another very good position to attack from. They're yet to score, but they've dominated possession and territory in the first 10 minutes here of the first half against Samoa. It's Gibson on the carry. Now Mangaroa mark. And behind to Jensen. Lovely ball, and again put down. Olungia will come away with it. We'll play the knock on. Taipari Wikitera the second time. Ball put down in space.
And Samoa, they'll get the ball here. I believe the ref called a double knock on, but New Zealand Māori knocked it on first, so Samoa will get the ball. Noah Jensen, he's been heavily involved. We saw him put in a great kick. He had a great kicking game yesterday as well. He was involved in that play, trying to just put his player into space. Unfortunately, they couldn't hold on to possession.
If Samoa can be the first team to score in this match, it would be the immense frustration of this New Zealand Māori side, who have had so much opportunity here in this first half. Samoa have defended well in scramble situations. And they've had to hit that panic button. They've done well. Now Sale Tatupu on the carry. EJ Tatupu offloading, real feature of his game, and breaking away Raiden Siofalau, who was awake to the opportunity. They've made some way upfield. It's Thule with the kick in behind. It's a good kick. Pauling's after it. Samoa nearly getting a hand to that ball. It's gone to touch.
And that was quite smart play there from Pauling. Couldn't get to the ball on the full, allowed it to bounce, and instead of going for it and risking a possible knock on and not getting possession, he just applied that pressure, stayed up in the face of the Samoan chasers, and eventually was able to get the ball back for his side.
Tatupu, EJ Tatupu with a nice tackle there. A big defensive set here for Samoa. Could give them some more territory. Tatupu holding on, making another good tackle, the captain, on Kahu Kappa as he tried to wriggle away. Two good tackles now for Samoa. Tatupu again, will he be involved? Yep, he gets the man to ground, so good work from the captain. Repeat efforts. Himself and Sale Tatupu working together. Big hit, but breaking away is Igerson. Igerson in space. New Zealand Māori breaking them up the middle via a nice pass from Mangaroa Mark, who comes at them again, picks it up and flings it wide through the hands. Toiava Ward, it's knocked down. It's been played at, so it'll be a recount, and New Zealand Māori can settle things. They're back in their familiar home in the Samoan 10 now, after a good carry that of Mason Barber. Toiava Ward to Igerson. Out to Waka Tate. Brought to ground. Not far away from the line here. It's Jensen. Jensen with the short ball. And too strong. Te Pairoa Winera scores their first try. Well deserved, New Zealand Māori. They're finally on the score sheet.
Well, they are after numerous opportunities down this end, so they'll be happy that they managed to get over the try line on that one. It all started down this end of the field, though. Samoa were great on defence, and then one of their markers just shot and tried to put a hit on New Zealand Māori. Might have a look at it here, but what that did was just allow space. See there, just draw the defender, but it opens up because there's only one marker there, and a great ball. And then Iga-san was able to make his way down the field, breaking that line of defence. And then we see it here, just a nice short offload for New Zealand Māori to go over and score their first try through Wineda.
Noah Jensen with the last pass. And on a few occasions now, his passing has put players into space. It's lovely work from the half there. And finally, New Zealand Māori are rewarded for their hard work. They've played in the right part of the field. They're up 4-0 over Samoa.
Kicking this one for New Zealand Māori, their captain, Kahu Kappa. He was one of their standout players yesterday for New Zealand Māori in their first match. A player who looked for New Zealand Māori to inject him into the game because he can be absolutely damaging when he's got ball in hand.
Didn't strike the conversion so well. Remains 4-0.
Yeah, didn't get that one, but he was 9 from 11 yesterday in that game for conversions and managed to score a hat-trick, 3 tries too. Plays in the centres can be damaging for this side out on that right edge if they can manage to find him out there and get him the ball, put him into space.
30 points isn't a bad haul, is it? Just one match. Kahu Kappa. Seems appropriate for Kappa to be the captain. And he's showing his leadership on the field, some of his defensive work and carrying in particular. Have been of note here for New Zealand Māori as Samoa will restart play. Just down 4-0. Defended bravely, and if they can get themselves back into the match with a try, they'll be very pleased because they have had to withstand quite the onslaught here from the New Zealand Māori.
Nice big wind up from Joey Upoko there. You see him off the back fence, just wind up and get some go forward for this New Zealand Māori side as they get another set off the kickoff to reply after scoring their first try for the match.
Aotearoa mark. Over to Phil Hopper. And now Barber on the wing. He looks dangerous. His footwork and speed. Taken quickly. And it's Kappa who engages the line and makes some good meters for New Zealand Māori off the kickoff. They've advanced upfield and now a kick in behind that Roach cleans up. Does well. Beating a few defenders there. Razaka dragged to ground by Barber. So they'll struggle to get themselves out of this corner. A big step from Lemale. Samoa need to get themselves out of this area of the field. Working their way forward now. Lemale playing the ball. Over to Samuel. Into the hands of Holt. He puts it deep. And Pauling looking up and assessing his options and goes for a run. He's found a lot of space. He finds Kappa out on the edge. Kappa kicking back inside. After it is Barber. The ball will back, set up nicely, will it? Yes, Toyava Ward. Rico Toyava Ward wins the race. Maybe a hint of offside from the kick from Kappa, but they've awarded the try, and Riko Toiava award is rewarded.
And great work there by this New Zealand Māori side, all of the back of Meihana Pauling with speed to burn. We said when he can find open space, and he was just allowed to drift cross field, create overlap. You can see it here, and just is able to put his captain into space, who we said can be so deadly. They've got so much speed out there. As we said, maybe a hint of offside, but they've got so much speed to burn out there. Look, not one, but two of them chasing. It was a chase between their own teammates. Almost runs into the fence.
Lovely speed on the replay there, slowing it down for us to see. Riko Toiava Ward getting the ball down. It was a race between him and Mason Barber. Lucky that there was no miscommunication and which one of them was going to put the ball down. They both dove for it.
Well, I'm sure they're happy that at least one of them got it. Could you imagine having two there and neither of them got it? So great work by New Zealand Māori. Great setup there, as we said, off the back of Pauling, and just allowing players like that space who've got speed. You just cannot afford to do it, allowing New Zealand Māori to now go back-to-back tries.
It's a lovely option from Kahu Kappa. The kick in behind, the centering kick, and the chase was good.
Especially from their captain, when you know that you've got two speedsters inside you, just putting that kick in behind, creating that 2-on-1, but you've got your players running forward with the momentum, having to shift the Samoan defence to turn and chase.
This time the conversion good. So 10-0 New Zealand Māori, after a period of real frustration, have capped out to a 10-0 lead over Samoa. And all off the back of some lovely touches from their slick members in the back line. Kahu Kappa here, this kick over the top, a deft touch. Arguable. Assistant referee ruling onside on the play. Samoa.
Mason Barber, the winger, just too fast, really, wasn't he? If he was ahead of the kicker.
It's hard to time your run when you're that quick.
I know.
Question here for Samoa. With just over 8 minutes to play in the first half. How can their interchange and their substitutions come on and bring impact and bring them back into the game?
And they're only down 10-0 on the scoreboard. And as we said, New Zealand Māori had multiple opportunities early on in this match. So Samoa, they've done well to stay within reach of this side. Big defensive efforts that they've been putting up, and only allowing New Zealand Māori to score 2 tries so far.
Upuko on the carry. We need one of the try scorers off the kickoff with the initial carry. And now Phil Hopper to Phil Hopper. Toiava Ward, Igerson. Lapped up well, good tackle from Samuel, Kayla Samuel. Jensen sees some space, and there's a big chase coming. Horgan tearing after it. Roach gets away from him. Roach still flinging the ball in field, keeping it in play. There's a flag up. VJ Roach, a foot in touch clearly, so a lovely kick from Jensen, and the chase from Horgan resulting in more possession for the New Zealand Māori.
Well, and it's a great chase from Horgan, but even a better pickup here from VJ Roach, who once he evaded Horgan was able to go down that sideline. Unfortunately went into touch. It was great work here from the fullback. You can see him, and he...
lovely work on the replay. Frame by frame stuff. Just doing enough there, Taipari Wikitera, to push Roach into touch. And now the New Zealand Māori very close to the line. Mangaroa mark to Jensen, to Pauling, and a lot of space. Draw and pass. And it was the man on the chase, Oliver Horgan, who gets the try. New Zealand Māori up to 14-0 now.
And it's just been an accumulation of pressure from this New Zealand Māori side. They're able to force Samoa into touch and then get a chance to attack yet again. And who else is it but Noah Jensen, who's part of that play, gets the ball out to Meihana Pauling, the fullback, who did well to draw defence, and he just held up his pass to get the timing right to put Horgan over. You can see it here. He beats a defender, holds it up. And in a play earlier on in this first half, he faked that twice. He did 2 dummies, so this one he just did the 1. So I like the way you can watch these players develop over the tournament, over matches. He learned from his mistake earlier where they didn't get the try and the ball did go to ground, and he only did the 1 fake this time, drew the defender and was able to reward his team, put his winger in Horgan over for a great try for this side.
New Zealand Māori certainly coming into form in this match. That kicking game of Jensen, getting them downfield, rewarded with possession, and then just 3 tackles later, they're over the line. You're right, a lovely last touch there from Meihana Pauling from St Thomas of Canterbury. One of several players in this New Zealand Māori side from Christchurch that have come up to play in this tournament. Kepper's kick. Tried to bring it around, but it'll fall away. It'll remain 14-0.
We get another look at it here. Just great work, great width used by this New Zealand Māori side. Pauling, one of the stands out, creates that overlap of players, putting his winger into space. We saw with the Tongan the Tongan side this morning in their match. They were dominant yesterday, but you can see them starting. What else can we do? How can we grow together as a team? Yesterday, New Zealand Māori, very dominant on that right edge. Today, they're playing this left edge. So it's about getting the whole team working together. What can you do? What weapons can you add to your armour? Because you know when it comes to the back end of this tournament, when it gets down to the business end, you're going to have plays like that and all players up to speed and the confidence within each other to do stuff just like that. So I like the way these teams are playing and building each other up across this tournament.
Down and Upoko goes smashing into the defence. What a nice carry. Joey Upoko. Now, Onera knocked it on. So Samoa with the ball, Lemale. Here's their chance, Samoa. Just over 3 minutes left. And one quick ball, Hau at the base of it. Slinging it out. Fruin Oteniru wrapped up. But Samoa, this would have to be their best chance of the game. Bellamy. Toiava Ward, the halves going low on him, stopping his momentum. A good tackle. They come Terure. Trying to get an arm free, was looking for Tatupu on the offload. He puts his hand up, he's ready for the next carry. The captain, EJ Tatupu, out the back. Out to Olungia, who's wrapped up nicely. Horgan reading the play well, flying up on Antonio Olungia. They come back to the left. Tatupu, quick hands. Terore, stepping. Terore, dragged to ground. Another good tackle. This time Waka Tate. Lamele tried to kick. It was played at. Will it be recounted? 6 more. The call from the referee. Samoa step up the pressure. Quickly taken. Lamele over the line. And yet again, awake to the opportunity. Rico Lemale scores the try. Samoa so desperately needed.
Great work here from this Samoan side. Just getting repeat sets against New Zealand Māori. And as you said, Isaac, one of their really first opportunities to attack this New Zealand Māori defensive try line. You can see it here. Shapes to go right. New Zealand Māori just could not stop him, so close to the line. Rico Lamali just goes himself, gets in nice and low. That's exactly what you want your hooker from dummy half to do when they're so close to the line. And they were unable to stop him. Great work by this Samoan side. They've got the conversion right in front. So what's been a dominant half by New Zealand Māori, Samoa can go into this break only down 14 points to 6.
Yes, Nimale just ducking under that big body of Toby Gibson. And under the posts for the try. Nimale from Christ College. The kick. Conversion's over. Somehow ricocheted off the top of the post there and over. 14 to 6 the score. Samoa, just a minute left. You'd have to say they're going to the half happy to only be down by 8 points despite how good New Zealand Māori have been. But some nice continuity being shown there from Samoa. Slow to kick the ball off. New Zealand Māori taking their time. I don't want to give Samoa any more chances in this first half before they get into their huddle and review their 8-point lead. Under threat now. Samoa back in this match. Pauling with the kickoff. Tatupu gets hit hard in the tackle and bunted backwards. And just a wee conversation after the tackle. And we go into half-time. Both teams revved up for a big second half. 14 to 6 the score at half-time. New Zealand Māori with the lead.
It's an absolute feast.
At Pertec, we understand that our customer needs their plant and equipment up, running and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Using only world-class product from the likes of Bridgestone and Yokohama, there is no compromise for your valuable machines. Our attention to detail and precision is second to none. It's this customer experience that separates Pertec from the pack. Pertec, we'll keep you operating.
Pasifika Youth Cup action well underway here. New Zealand Māori 14 to 6. They're ahead of Samoa in this epic clash here in the Premiership. On the men's side of the draw, as we look to the highlights, and New Zealand Māori early in this match had all of the opportunity. They had the ascendancy, didn't they, Courtney?
Well, they did, and they were able to get over the try line for this one, but this was probably fourth or fifth try at it, so it was great work by them. Then their second try set up by Meihana Paul, and he was able to put his captain in Kappa down the sideline, and then Kappa just great game smarts and was able to kick the ball through, and he had not one but two chasers. He knew he had his speedy men on his inside in Barber and Tuiava Ward, both of them chasing, both of them diving for it. It was a race between them just before it goes dead, and they get it down right inside the field of play.
First try to Wineta, the second to Toiava Ward, and then here Meihana Pauling again, hands all over it. A beautiful pass weighted to Oliver Horgan.
Yeah, and that was a great build-up by New Zealand Māori, accumulation of pressure. They were able to force Samoa outside the field of play, so they got another chance to attack, and they put Horgan over. Meihana Pauling being great, and then Samoa very happy with this one to reply right before full time at the half here, and able to put Rico Lemali over straight from dummy half, scoots so close to the line, so hard to stop.
Crucial moment, and then here EJ Tatupu on the hit up, met and a huge tackle from the try scorer Te Pairoa Wineta. That was the last play of the first half, and it was a big one. Bang, big shot from Te Pairoa Wineta. EJ Tatupu going to ground, and afterwards there was a real conversation going on by both teams as they came together to discuss the contact.
I'm pretty sure they were just saying, good job, bro.
Pats on the back.
Pats on the back. Good tackle, good hit up. But it's been great to see the intensity of these players and some big hits. Surely some of them are going to make it on Smashdom, bro, because these players have been outstanding across these last couple of days out here in Pukekohe as we get ready for the second half between these two sides. And as you said, possession, dominance was all the way of New Zealand Māori, but Samoa, we saw it with their match against Tonga yesterday, they're never out of it, and they're able to reply. You said it before the half, they'll be happy to only be 8 points down. New Zealand Māori leading 14-6, but it could be a lot more than that, and that's a true testament to the work of this Samoan side in their defence and applying pressure and not allowing New Zealand Māori to just run away on the scoreboard.
It's a good point you make, Courtney. They were the comeback kings in their first match against Tonga. And here they have quite the challenge ahead of them. An 8-point lead. New Zealand Māori have been strong in the first half, but Samoa, they're a team with lots of resilience. As they have the first possession of the match, and it's Sale Tatupu who takes this one up. Not met with the same hard shoulder, but just as brisk contact. As now Terore beats a defender and still going. Mason Terore dragged to ground by Wikitera eventually, but he's up over halfway and up and going again. Great work from the vice captain Mason Terore. Back the short side, the try scorer Lemale. Samoa, here they come, they're back in this match. The try just before the break, and can they come out here in the second half with an early 1-2 punch? Both sides of the break, that would be key to their comeback. If it's to occur, Terore out wide, Tuli the kick in behind. The chase. Javen Soul diving on Toiava Ward as he goes to ground. Igerson looking to exit now out of their own half. New Zealand Māori just looking to calm things after a strong first set from the Samoans.
Oh, great first set. They'll be very happy with that one. So we see New Zealand Māori now finding space, but it was just off the back of some great runs from their forwards. They went 80 metres and were able to put a kick in behind, and they'll be happy with that set, and that's exactly how they would have wanted to start this second half. They would have spoken about it in the halftime break. They finished the first half with a try in a perfect way for them to start this second half here against what has been a dominant New Zealand Māori side, but momentum has shifted in this match.
Toiava Ward with the kick. Osaka takes it down well. A statement of intentions from Samoa early in this second half. That great first set, can they replicate it? Taken from dummy half by Saul. Draven Saul. Now Roach taken high initially, scragged to ground. Yeah. Now. Daryl Murray on the carry, and now Tatupu, EJ Tatupu wanting to get his arm free. Offloading, Lemale, good work. They've got the ball free. And there's space wide if they can get it there. Aizaka cutting back in field. Samoa, again, a good set. It's fifth tackle. They look wide. Tuli, the kick. It's high, it's hanging. It's a good kick. Horgan's under it. He's knocked it forward. And they're going to go over for the try. Olungia scores.
Well, great work there from this Samoan side. And they just built pressure from the very first set off the kickoff. And then again now in their second set. Can see it here. And it was their captain earlier who was able to get the offload. And they put Sean Isaka into space. He had speed to burn and cut back in. Scrambling defence from New Zealand Māori. It was the fifth and last. And they send it back towards the middle of the field. And it was just that well-weighted kick there, putting Horgan under all sorts of pressure. Great kick there from Senga, and then able to get the ball and score a try for this side. And as we said, the momentum is all the way with this Samoan team, who were down and out in that first half, managed to work their way back into it. You said it earlier, Isaac, they are the comeback kings. We saw it yesterday against Tonga. We're seeing it now against this New Zealand Māori side, and exactly what they are capable of and what they can do. The fans, they're in the crowd with their flags. You could hear them cheering, egging and willing their team on. And this is a great response from this Samoan side.
Well, they've brought themselves right back into it with a try before and after halftime. The conversion unsuccessful, but the flags are waving. The voices are up. The momentum is starting to build for this comeback from Samoa, 14-10. New Zealand Māori have a real challenge on their hands now to hold back this rearing and ready to go Samoan side.
That's right, Samoa, they've scored 2 unanswered tries now. They're in the grind. It's going to be an arm wrestle. New Zealand Māori will kick off, so Samoa, they'll get another turn at it. And New Zealand Māori, they know exactly what the forwards from this Samoan side can do, especially when they wind up off the kickoffs. They all want to take the hit up. And it's about wrapping that ball up. Meihana here putting the kickoff to ground. Smart option there, not allowing or trying to stop that momentum of Samoa, but they give away a penalty.
Jerry Seal not released in the tackle. So a penalty against New Zealand Māori. Samoa, more possession and more territory to play with. The perfect catalyst, speeding up their attack. A penalty from New Zealand Māori.
A true test here for this New Zealand Māori side. They haven't been under pressure like this one. They had a big win over the Cook Islands yesterday. So it's what can they do against a quality Samoan side who've really turned up to play.
Nice carry from the quick tap, LJ Lalvol. Lucia Tuli. Handing it off for Fuan Oteneru. He's tough to stop. Nice carry there. Malet Tirore. Holt, nice hands. Samuel out wide. Roach. Roach still going. Roach over the line. What a finish. Samoa are back. Equal now, 14-all. Conversion to come. Well, they have come out here in the second half so ready, and they have put New Zealand Māori very much back on the back foot.
Well, they have, and you can see the try scorer there, VJ Roach. He's been heavily involved for this Samoan side. In all the first half, he had to work his way out of his own in-goal, picking up kicks, going down the sideline. You can see here, New Zealand Māori, the defence just shot up. And it was Noah Jensen, who you can't say a bad word about him so far this game, but just that defensive read. By doing so, the game IQ and the game smarts of this Samoan, they saw there was a big hole in that New Zealand Māori line from the defence just shooting. And then Samoa were able to take full advantage of that. And who better than VJ Roach has been great for his side. And as you said, it goes 14-all after New Zealand Māori were leading this one 14-0. 3 unanswered tries now to Samoa, with the kick to come all the way out on that far sideline.
VJ Roach, the lovely finish. Young man, St. Peter's College, Auckland. Now, conversion is away. So we're all even. Samoa have brought it back to 14-all. 14 points unanswered. In less than 10 minutes here from Samoa. New Zealand Māori, they'll be reeling. They've got a real fight in their hands.
Well, they do, and as we said earlier, yesterday they beat the Cook Islands 70 points to 0. So they had quite an easy match yesterday. So this is a good match for them to feel what it's like to be under pressure. They had a lot of ball early. They didn't score any points in their initial sets on that Samoan line.
Well, this is a real test, isn't it? There's been a lull in their pressure and in their play, and Samoa have snapped at that opportunity. And they've brought themselves level on the scoreboard in that time. New Zealand Māori, the biggest test yet of how they respond to that scoreboard pressure. As Samoa come short side, and a big hit from Barber. Mason Barber, the big hit on Fruin Oteneru, who was sent reeling. Now Mason Te Rore met hard by Igerson. And he's stripped one-on-one. Play on the call. Marley Igerson, the big defensive play. Can he finish it off? Desperate work to hold him up. They're going quickly. A knock on. Big moments in the game here. Marley Igerson with a great defensive play to strip the ball and go downfield. Stop just before the line, and Samoa somehow don't concede any points.
Oh, great work there from this Samoan defensive team. And it's just such a great play by Marley Igerson there. He was able to get possession for his side, strip the ball in a one-on-one once his 2 defenders who were involved in the tackle dropped off. He scooted downfield, scrambling defence from Samoa, and then instead of just taking that settling tackle about a metre out, he tried to get the offload away, whereas his players who were there, they were waiting for him to go down and they were getting ready to set up a play. And again, it's just little errors like this that Samoa, they'll make New Zealand Māori pay for it.
Crucial moments here in the second half of this tight tussle. New Zealand Māori and Samoa. We knew it was going to be a battle. Fruin Oteneru on the carry, and quick ball for Lamale, now hitting. And another hit, Mason Barber coming off his wing and putting on some shots in defence. Te Rore Te Tatupu. They know the danger he presents. 3 defenders from the New Zealand Māori come up to meet him. Now Tuli, a kick over the top. Yosia Tuli, Pauling, gathers it well. He read the play.
Yeah, great work by Pauling, but an even better chase from this Samoan side as they are just willing each other. New Zealand Māori almost get through, and who else but Mason Barber, who's been outstanding, putting on some big shots on defence for his New Zealand Māori side, trying to ignite something special, and almost broke through this Samoan defensive line.
Mason Barber from up north, from the upper north, moved to Brisbane, part of Broncos Academy, and he's been very good. Mason Barber, the Cowboys Academy rather. He's been superb today for the New Zealand Māori. Mason Barber. Now Igerson. Jensen. This is a big kick. This camera pans down and watch it float in the air. And they're forced to knock on. What a kick. Noah Jensen.
And that's exactly what New Zealand Māori needed. And as you said, Noah Jensen, he's been handy with the ball in hand, but also when he goes to boot, a great kick there, but an even better chase from their captain, Kahu Kappa, who's trying to ignite his team as well. And he was able to do so, just apply that pressure to Samoa, knocking it on. And New Zealand Māori will feed the scrum about 12 metres out. It's what they can do here, whether they can score points, get a repeat set, but they haven't had any real opportunity in this first half down this end of the field.
Here come New Zealand Māori, a real opportunity for them. A floating ball caught by Pauling and met by Sol at the same time. Good defence from Samoa. As Toiava Ward goes back short side. And out to Horgan, who scores for the New Zealand Māori. Good hands from Wikitera to set him up, and finishing in the corner is Oliver Horgan, who gets his second try.
Well, great work from New Zealand Māori, and that's exactly what they needed. As we said, they earned the right to play down this end off the back of a great kick from Noah Jensen and a chase from their captain. They fed the scrum, and then they just send the ball out to that left edge. Great work by Wikitera just to draw the defence and then put Horgan over for his second of the match. I also like the play that they ran off the back of the scrum, and they just had their halfback Enrico Toiava Ward just sweep around the back of the scrum after he fed it, but also it was an even better, I think, defensive read from their Samoan defence to stop New Zealand Māori on that first play. See, he draws in two players and gets that offload, and Horgan goes over.
It's a lovely angle to just show the way he committed both defenders there. Wikitera a couple of times in that first half denied, with balls going to ground, just one pass away, and on that occasion he nailed it. A beautifully executed try for New Zealand Māori that regains the lead for them. It's 18-14 now, conversion to come.
You're right, Isaac, that was a great look at the limited space they had to work with as well, and to still draw those two defenders and put his winger into space.
Beautifully struck conversion, but just going wide from Kappa. It's 18-14, so after New Zealand Māori have endured a period of real pressure from Samoa, coming back from 14-0 down, they've taken back the lead and reasserted themselves. Just a 4-point lead now.
The way this Samoan team ended that first half and have started this second half, 3 unanswered tries, and even just then, once New Zealand Māori went over, they came together as a team down in there in goal and just were huddled together in a circle, arms around each other, the unity of this team. You saw them run back now just to take the kickoff, working together. You can see what it means to them, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this defensive pressure they can apply from the kickoff.
Kickoff, bouncing for Kappa, who claims it, steps, gets away from a couple of tacklers, and finally goes to ground. They set their first ruck nicely in the centre of the field. They can play from both sides here. Toiava Ward deciding to go himself, and he's driven backwards. A good tackle out of Bellamy. Pauling going quickly, finding some space. Third tackle now, Lamale dropping it off. Upoko, big carry coming in here from Kopua, Josh Kopua. And they're making some headway. Jensen again, a lovely kick. This one dribbling to the touchline. Lovely touch there from Jensen, who's just managing the play nicely for New Zealand Māori.
Well, that's right, and they'll be happy with that set. But for me, it was just watching the ball off the rock, Josh Korpua, he's come on, but he overran it a couple of times, and the hookers, they knew that, so they didn't give him the ball, they didn't force the error. And then on that third play, they decided to go to one of their forwards, in Joey Upuko, who had the knowledge. He knew that Korpua was inside him, so just to give that ball, just to allow Korpua to come into the game, but also break that defensive line. So great rugby league knowledge and IQ there from Joey Upuko to get his teammate into the game, but also just to put him into some nice space.
Samoa under some defensive pressure here from New Zealand Māori, who are trying to hold them into their own half. They're over the 40. They'll kick through Tuli. Puts it deep for Pauling. He takes his time before running laterally across field and beating a couple of tacklers, and now straightening things up, cutting with Barber. Barber in space, stepping. Barber still going, showing real speed here. Barber doesn't need his support, fends off another, he's still going. Mason Barber, what a try!
What a try. The New Zealand Māori, they celebrate. Everyone in the crowd is celebrating. Great work all off the back of their fullback, and Meihana Pauling, who backed himself for speed, was able to beat that Samoan defensive line who came up in defence, got around the outside, but also decided to drop Mason Barber under with his speed, a player who you don't want to have any space, and he just cut back across a scrambling Samoan defence, and they went oh so close to stopping him. You can see it here. Meihana gets on the outside, and just the smarts to not push it too far and to drop Mason Barber under. Comes back, and also the support of New Zealand Māori. They've got speedsters across the park. You thought for all good that he was taken there. Couple of big fens, and then manages to keep his legs pumping. He's going, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And what a way to put the ball down over the try line.
How good. We've seen the threat he poses all game with his footwork, with his speed, and finally he was unleashed. And at the end there, both hands out. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else I can beat? Mason Barber with the quality touch, with the class that may set New Zealand Māori apart here. They're ahead 22-14 now with that amazing counter-attack try.
And he's been one of the standout Mason Barber for this side, even defensively. We spoke about him earlier, just putting on some big hits from his right edge on this Samoan side, just trying to ignite something for this New Zealand Māori, who allowed Samoa to score 3 unanswered tries. So he's been putting in the hard work, and it pays off for him to go over for his first try of the match.
Conversion good. Te Ahurangi Darlington. Successful conversion, which puts New Zealand Māori out to 24-14 now over Samoa. Perfect response to that punch in the mouth that was Samoa's comeback, 14-all, and now 24-14 here. Barber, the step, the speed, the fend, and the celebration here. How good from the young winger for New Zealand Māori.
Enrico Tuiava Ward was there supporting. He scored a try. So great to see the work of these New Zealand Māori sides, because this is another one of their tries where they've had multiple players who could have scored, all backing each other up. But do not count out this Samoan side. They are the comeback kings. They did it yesterday. They've already done it in this match to level things up.
Is there another swing and momentum left in this match? Just over 8 minutes left to play. Mason Barber has certainly had his moment. But here, an error and a penalty stacks up the pressure on Samoa. New Zealand Māori will be able to advance up the field. Ball in hand, Mason Barber, man from Northland. Left for North Queensland a few years ago, just a young 15-year-old. He is a perfect example of the young talent that is developing here in New Zealand, the rugby league talent on show. As Upoko takes it forward for New Zealand Māori. Darlington out to Jensen, stepping, footwork from the half, dancing on his feet, finally going to ground, frustrating the Samoan defence with his evasive footwork there. And now Toiava Ward, hands available for an offload, eventuating in a knock-on, maybe two available, the ball there. And Tuli plays it quickly. Samoa need a break. They need to open up this New Zealand Māori defence as Igerson is sore, he's injured, it looks. He's gone down. Te Rore. And they have called a stop to play because of the injury. And back play looks to be to the knee. So New Zealand Māori an injury. Stops play. And here we see the individual brilliance of Mason Barber that ripped open this game. What a try from the winger. All from the counter attack that began with Meihana Pauling.
That's right, and plenty of players from New Zealand Māori who could have scored that try who've been great today. As we unfortunately see Iga-san, he'll be taken from the field. He indicated that it was his knee. Looks like he's unable to put any weight on it, but you hope it's nothing too serious as he's clapped off the field.
A disappointing moment. So Igerson leaves the field for New Zealand Māori. Samoa will look to reignite their play here with possession over the 40. 10 points in it. Just over 4 minutes left. Te Rore at the back for Tuli. It's charged. It's recollected. It's Toiava Ward who will scamper away for the, you'd have to say, the final try. The deciding try. New Zealand Māori, an opportunistic charge down, and Rico Toiava Ward gets his second.
Yeah, great work there from New Zealand Māori just to get the charge down to stop that kick. And can stream all the way under the post. Get another look at it here. And so unfortunate for Samoa, who've been outstanding this whole game. And it was number 15, LJ Lauvau, who put his head down after that one. But you didn't see it on the camera, but it was Josh Korpua from New Zealand Māori who went and just tapped him on the back and helped him up and said, all good, bro. And that's what it's about. You know, we talk about the camaraderie, the coming together of these teams, the teams supporting each other.
This game, an emotional swing and sway of momentum as both teams have wrestled for the lead, and New Zealand Māori here in the second half have withstood a real attack from Samoa as they brought it level, and a sign of a mature and developing team in the way that they responded to that and have come back with 16 of their own unanswered points if this kick is converted. They have really rallied as a team. It's now 30-14, New Zealand Māori. Award, well, he knew as soon as he collected that bounce that he was in for all money. And they were spraying the fake champagne on the sidelines to celebrate. That, you have to feel, is the match with that try. Just 2 minutes left. 30-14, New Zealand Māori. A very good nearly fourth quarter performance from them.
Yeah, great fourth quarter, but as you said, they had a real lull during this match.
They had it back in field, and Samoa, well, they get their chance off the kickoff. Winera flicking it back in field into the hands of the Samoan players, who now have possession inside the 10. And going forward is Laumalele towards the try line. Very close. So close, in fact. And a knock on, in fact. It was Raiden Siofalao who tried to burrow under. So close to the line. Yes, and it seems to be an incorrect play of the ball. The ruling there from the referee.
Which is disappointing for Samoa, because they would have had the belief, even though they couldn't win on the scoreboard, but we saw them do it yesterday against Tonga and score right on that final whistle. So they would have been so happy when they got an opportunity to attack New Zealand Māori within 90 seconds. And just that play the ball there.
So New Zealand Māori in the final stages of a match that they have had to play at an intense level, but they will come out victors. The 30-14 final score does not reflect how competitive a match it has been, but New Zealand Māori can hold their heads high. It's an impressive performance from them to take this victory 30-14 over an impressive Samoan side.